steps out and do exactly what Derek Shaw told them to do, the way BWS told us.
So it's Donvale with the wind in this quarter. Be very interesting to see what effect that has as the ball is knocked away, and it's coming down towards Card, who was in there looking for it. So that was Liebelt. Bobbling around. Now it falls. Here's an opportunity now as they burst forward with Rosa should I say, as he gets the ball back towards goal. That's a great mark. Fantastic mark taken right on the goal line there. And Purcell, he's got an absolute gift coming his way. Just too strong a body, Purcell, as he went for that one. He did have a man on him, but he just too strong.
I love the strut after he took the mark as he went back to his kicking position.
Absolutely. Well, I think he won't. In fact, I think he's already put it through. Yes, he has.
And it's exactly what Whitehorse didn't want, because now all of a sudden, you know, Donvale showed some very clear intent from that opening bounce there. The link of handballs led by Rouser really opened up the Pioneers' back line. They got caught on the back foot, and when you put Purcell one out against a lightly weighted opponent, he's going to win most of those contests hands down.
He's a big boy, Jack Purcell, that's for sure, and a prolific goal kicker too. As we get back in the middle, Haig goes against Duclos. Duclos was got the tap knocked down. The Whitehorse Pioneers really need a quick reply here as they get the ball forward. See if they play better into the wind than they did with it. Now it's hooked away down that wing on the far side of the ground. Bouncing around there, over there is Clydesdale. Gets it back in, but it's all a bit messy. Handball over the top. Still in possession though. Clydesdale goes. In fact, that was it was McDougall who went in there. Now he's Rosa. He's been so good in the last few weeks for this Donvale side. The ball on the ground. It's been picked up though by Donvale, and that might be a free kick, I think.
Yeah, throw.
Definitely a throw. And so Whitehorse Pioneers will have an opportunity. Taken by Connell. Connell gets it forward. Once again, it's still bobbling around as it
good tackle.
Terrific tackle coming in there. And it's the way your Pioneers who pick it up off the ground. Now they try and burst out of defence. The handball off the ground was quite a good one too, and they've got a chance here with Ryan. Christopher Ryan, he's been very good in the early stages. Gets it forward, and the mark is taken deep in that pocket. Now they need to look to get the ball forward. And they do. But the punch goes in there from Sutherland, Chris Sutherland. And it's on the ground again, as it has been for so much of the game, and it'll be wrapped up there. Sutherland in there fighting hard, and it does well for his side to force the ball up.
Every time Whitehorse take possession of the ball, there's 3 or 4 Donvale blokes gang tackling him and making him earn every single possession.
Zach Hay gets another hit out for the day. It's bobbling around. It's taken there by, in fact, it's Liardi going in there looking for it. Once again, it's very tight, and we'll have another ball up as we go boundary side with Matt Fatoa.
And it was interesting to note that Donvale said they don't want to get many shots to goal 30-40 out. They feel that's where the wind becomes a bit of a nuisance, so they're going to try and get it deep. So clever from Pioneers.
Well done.
So one by Donvale on the ground. It was bobbled around. It's taken away there by N'Connor. Gets the handball away. Liardi, he's been knocked. He's been absolutely flattened. Matt Liardi doesn't look at all well. And maybe let's see if we can watch the replay and see what happened here. He got the handball and just watch what. Oh, it's absolutely.
Coat hanger.
Absolute coat hanger. Just looked away there for a moment.
Is that a yellow card?
Got to be a yellow card. Jack Clydesdale just probably.
Was that a red?
Maybe it was a reflex action.
Yeah, I don't think there was any malice. I think it was more reactionary.
Reflex. Yeah, definitely.
Still an accidental head smash.
But it's still something we don't like to see, and it'll be.
Because I didn't think he was going to get up the way he went down.
Yes, he looked like he was done for the game.
Yeah.
He went down like a sack of potatoes. We'll go boundary side in a moment. But here's Matt Liardi firing towards goal. It's going to be coming up a little shot, but an easy mark, an uncontested mark taken there. And while the Whitehorse Pioneers defence just standing around, not really doing anything as the ball came in there. That was very poor play from them. And that just really is Foley who takes the mark, and he'll be absolutely couldn't believe his luck. I think he thought it was Christmas time. And
Christmas in July.
Yes, we'll go very quickly, just go boundary side.
Yeah, guys, Clydesdale came off there. Now, I'm not sure if you guys saw a yellow card at all. I assumed it would have been. He came straight off, but I'm not sure if the umpire showed him a card.
So Foley gets it towards goal. Looks okay. The umpire moving a bit right.
Well, it looks like a goal to me.
It's a goal. Yep, it's definitely a goal. So Foley puts it through. That's his second of the day. And Donvale extend their lead. It'd be hard to believe that wouldn't be a yellow card. Maybe we can get the guys to check that out for us.
Signs are ominous here for Whitehorse. They're getting opened up, and their half-back line is getting completely opened up here. And as I said earlier, every time Doncaster Donvale take possession of the ball, they're swarming.
What's their boundary side?
Yeah, guys, confirm yellow card. It just wasn't very pronounced by the umpire there. He just gave a little cheeky one, I think.
Matt Fodia doing some great work boundary side as we head back to the middle, and the red alert is on here for the Whitehorse Pioneers as Farley tries to bring it out of the middle, but again a swarm of Donvale players with McCormick sending a probing ball to the goal square, almost a mark right on the goal line. It went through the hands of Purcell, hit the post, and a minor score. So Donvale 6-2-38, leading Whitehorse 1 behind.
Lani, you can see the difference already with Donvale in this second quarter. They're kicking the ball into their forward line with much more purpose than what Whitehorse did in the first quarter.
They're also just transitioning that play a lot faster too. The link-up handball and the run through the middle. They're not, I suppose, being as indecisive as what Whitehorse were in that first quarter.
So the Pioneers move it towards left half back. The Vales have numbers at the back through push. Tried to force it over the boundary line and they are successful. So it'll be a ball in on centre wing or between half forward and centre wing for the Donvale side, western side of the ground. Very blustery day here in Melbourne. Donvale taking advantage, leading by 37 points early in the second as the tap out is won by Haig, who's been very good, but the Pioneers through McDougall can move it forward, and the mark is taken out in front. Great in these conditions. Noah Khan, the big tall man with the Dukes, takes the mark. 70 out from goal, chips it towards half forward. Good mark out in front once again, taken by Newton. Certainly stretched out long as his hair kicked into the pocket, and it was off target. I think the wind had a factor there in pushing it out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for an out of bounds on the full in favour of Donvale. The recipient is Bush. Has been prominent early in the second term. Kicks it along the line towards the western wing, and Ryan forces it over for the Pioneers. We'll have a ball in. Let's head to Barry Cotts at the score centre.
Yes, and Division 1, ball in 7-7-49 to Roval 1-3-9 at quarter time, and this one, North Ringwood 6-2-38 at quarter time, leading Doncaster 1-2-8.
Wow.
Dan.
Big result. Of course, Doncaster with aspirations of making the finals. North Ringwood, their season virtually over.
Must be the breeze.
Yes.
At Combi.
Might be the something to do with the burgers or just the atmosphere there, but they're doing well, the home side, as are the home side here in this game. Donvale leading it by 37 points, ball on centre wing, and again the Vales move it forward in towards the corridor. Liebelt dispossessed, had a bit of a fumble, still paddling it to his own advantage, but the Pioneers can move it forward again. They're looking, targeting towards that western side of the ground. Tippett couldn't quite take the mark. It was a fickle bounce. At the back is Wignall for the Donvale side, chips it short, and they steady the play down. Mark taken by Rakulja. So Rakulja kicked towards right half forward. Again, the ball drifting out of the arms of Grocott, and I think it'll be a throw in deep in the forward pocket for the Donvale side. No, in fact, it was out in the full. Gee, that wind really is wreaking havoc for the Donvale Football Club. In fact, for both sides out there, and it's the Pioneers that move it forward across the last line of defence. They're in a bit of trouble here through Hunter. Got the hand pass away to his teammate in Travascus. Back it comes to Hunter. Chips it across the face of goal. And the Pioneers will orchestrate an attack forward. Kick towards centre half back. Didn't really favour Duclos on the bounce. Hand pass comes from Ryan. Looks for his teammate in Connell. In the back pocket. Looks towards left half back. Bounces into the arms of Patako. Got the hand pass away. Webb tried to evade a couple of would-be tacklers. Again, the ball pinballing around. Newton got the hand pass forward. They're like a rugby league team. Just persistence here for the Pioneers, and they work it towards the right half forward position, and it bounces out of bounds in front of Bush. We'll have a throw in 70 out from the Pioneers goal.
Gee, they expounded a lot of energy there, the Pioneers, for really little reward.
It's good persistence, though.
Good endeavour from the Pioneers, but as you say, not a lot of reward from it as they get the ball through. Duclos knocks it down as they try and get in there and win the ball on the ground, but once again it's something of a stalemate.
One thing it does highlight when the wind is blowing like that, the switch becomes a lot more important because the ball will hold up and not carry the distances that you like in normal play.
So back into the contest, but it's still pretty tight going over there. Trying to fight his way through there was Withers. Now the ball sent down the line. Can someone get on the end of it? Flying there and almost taking the mark, but not quite as the ball comes back, and it's Whitehorse Pioneers, but it's snaffled again off the ground by Donvale, and a good tackle coming in there from Duclos, and we'll have a ball up. And it was Rawser who's been, he's such a good player around the clinches. Rawser gets into the tight stuff and did it again there. So up it goes. Once again, over the top comes Duclos, gets the knockdown, but it's going to come straight back off the boot of Coughlin. Sam Coughlin now is an opportunity for the Donvale side as they go long. Can they find a target? Looking for it was Purcell, but it went straight over the top of him. But going back there, and he needs to do something pretty smartly, is Blytheman. And Blytheman saves the day for the meantime with the Whitehorse Pioneers as we go boundary side.
Barry Cotts, the score centre.
Yeah, quick score, Division 3. Scoresby 6-1-37 to the baseline. 1 goal straight, 6 at quarter time.
Game over.
No great surprises there as the ball is out of bounds on that far side, and we'll have a throw-in. Looking pretty decisive in this one too. It's 6-2-38 to 1 behind at the moment on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard as the ball is thrown in, and the Whitehorse Pioneers have it for a moment, but it's all a bit untidy, and we'll have another throw-in on that far side.
The only one thing that I can say about Donvale where they at the moment is the fact that they need to have a couple of crummers when Purcell and Murphy are not taking the ball. There was a perfect opportunity there.
So ball thrown in, Patrick Dillon, he's gone into the ruck for the moment. He had it for a moment, but it's come out for the Whitehorse Pioneers side. Almost tackled out the ball there, I would have thought, but the ball is knocked forward, and now he's Donvale with an opportunity. It's Jones who gets it forward, but it's been cut off nicely there by Webb. Webb gets it forward. Now the Whitehorse Pioneers side really need to find something here. Absolutely vital. Farley looks around. It's just too slow from the Pioneers. They need to do something quickly. They need to move the ball, giving the Donvale offence just far too much time to set up. Now they go long. Can they someone get on the end of it? Almost a mark taken there, and back saving the day was Liebelt.
Just numbers.
Gets a hand pass. They have got a lot of numbers back there and look much more composed. And once again, almost a good tackle there, but the ball comes out. An opportunity for Donvale to switch it. Looking for it in there was the big ruckman. That was Dillon. But it's on the ground.
Great hand pass.
Bursting through the middle. That was fantastic. And now an opportunity as the ball is a great cut off there by Hunter. Saved the day for the Whitehorse Pioneers. It looked like it was going to be possible. He's still got it, Hunter. Comes out of the clinches, gets a hat kick away, but it's probably going to come back to be, truth be told. Wheeling around is Grocott, and Grocott fires towards goal, but it's been taken there. Back inside 50 and a mark for the moment, which will diffuse the situation, and the Whitehorse Pioneers once again will bring the ball forward. Short kick into the back pocket. Looking for that next option. This is the one that gets them in trouble as they just far too slow moving the ball. The transition needs to be quicker. And it's going to be that long kick down the ground. Wobbly old kick it is too. Looking for Nolan, who can't get on the end of it, and the Donvale side will bring it straight back. Bursting through the middle end, Kona. He's been good on the match too. He gets a kick forward, but for the moment it's diffused. Diving on it there is Sutherland. Matty Sutherland, but the ball comes into the tough stuff again. And once again, we'll have a ball up.
The absolute highlight for me so far has been watching Donvale's clean handball passages. Whatever they have done through that pre-season is definitely paying off right here because their confidence to give the ball by hand and run is really outstanding so far.
Ball up 40 metres out for the Donvale goal. Dillon won the tap, forced to ground level. Trying to swing around with a kick there was Jones. No one can get a clear possession as the ball is in dispute, and we'll have another stoppage. 40 out from Donvale's goal as the wind is howling. And I think a free kick's been picked out here from the Packets going the way of the Pioneers. And they'll clear the defensive zone, kick out wide. Mark taken at right half back by Ryan. Chris Ryan's been relatively prominent early here for Whitehorse. Trying to find a couple of options, no one presenting, so he switches across the defensive goal face. Mark taken by Webb, switches the hand pass over the top, and they can move it forward on the western wing once again through Connell. Connell looks inboard. Chance now for Fawn. Is he going to receive the free kick for chopping of the arms? He does. The advantage is paid. Connell looks towards centre wing. Mark taken by Farley, who's been excellent in this second term. Khan is well claimed there. A great tackle by Haywood, and the free kick going Donvale's way. Now they can push forward on the counter-attack, and Kona looks towards centre half forward. Flying high for the Pioneers was Duclos. Couldn't take the mark. They have numbers at the back though, Whitehorse. Chris Ryan. And they'll again work it across the defensive goal face. It's been a common thread in their game, and Hockey takes the mark in the right back pocket.
So Hockey to bring it out, decides to go short. That's a shocking kick, and he's kicked it straight down the throat of Matty Sutherland, who decided that it was Christmas time and he's just going to go back and probably slot this through. That's just shocking play.
He actually should have gone more towards the boundary. He's looked inside thinking the option was going to be better. He should have actually gone more to the boundary side and honoured the lead going to that player.
It was a beautiful lead too. It baffles me why he didn't go there.
No.
A strange one. As Matty Sutherland, he should kick this, you would think. He's a big boy too as he comes in and sends it on its way. Let's look. In fact, he's off target.
Yeah, he is.
Disappointing miss there from Matty Sutherland, and it's through for a minor score, but still a sizable victory. 6-goal lead at the moment for Donvale on this one.
Admittedly, though, for Whitehorse, at least Donvale haven't really been going gung-ho on and kicking lots of goals. There's still a fleeting chance, but they're going to have to find a goal or two here.
Been a messy old game as the Whitehorse Pioneers look to work it down that far side, and they do have an opportunity if they can get hands on the ball, but once again it's out of bounds. No. In fact, a free kick, I think, might be going to be paid.
Yep.
Free kick it is, and it's going to go the way of Farley. Farley with a short kick inside. Can he hit a target? Yes, he can. Finds Gleed. Gleed, who's had a very good season so far, hasn't been quite so prominent today as the ball is hooked inside. Tippett's there, but it's taken nicely by Ward. Ward wheels around, looks for the next kick, decides to go in towards centre field, but it's plenty of Donvale players in there. In fact, that's not a great kick at all, and Donvale say thank you very much, and they send it forward again, but that's not a great kick either. Chasing it is Rorsa. Rorsa handballs it to himself. Now he steadies, looks for the little short kick inside, and that's just too easy. And a mark taken comfortably there by Foley. Now they work it out.
Actually, they were a bit unfortunate there, Whitehorse, because actually the bloke did the player did the right thing and kicked the ball to position for the Whitehorse play, but the wind actually dragged the ball away from him, allowing Sutherland to run onto it, and hence now they're setting up for another shot at goal.
Uncontested mark taken by Nicholas Murphy. We'll go boundary side in a moment as Murphy, who's been a prolific goal kicker this year, can he put this one through? Your guess is as good as mine with this wind on the left boot.
Good
Looks
kick.
okay. And looks like the goal umpire. Yep, it's through. So Nicholas Murphy puts it through.
That's his third.
That's his third of the day, and that lead just growing even bigger now. It's out to 7 goals as we go boundary side.
Yeah, just going to refute Brash's point there. Mitch Ward, he kicked it to centre forward, but going into the wind, and all day we've been saying you need to kick low into the wind, he's just roosted it nice and high. So if the wind's taken it, you can't just say he was unlucky there. It's probably just not smart footy.
Barry Cott's at the score centre.
Point taken.
Yeah, Division 1, Vermont 5-2-32 to Montrose 2-2-14, and Norwood 3 goals straight 18 to Noble Park 1-2-8. Brett.
Gee.
Oh dear.
Don't worry, Brett. It's early days yet.
Plenty of time to go.
Well, the Pioneers move it inside 50 now. McDougall is claimed by a couple of Vales. Great gang tackle there. Bush was amongst the attackers, and we'll have a ball up 45 out from the Whitehorse goal.
Actually, Chris McDougall and Noah Khan can, I think they've tried valiantly at the moment.
They certainly have figured prominently. Dillon wins the tap for Donvale, forces it to left half back, and a Whitehorse free kick's been picked out. I think it was a throw, and the recipient is Batako.
It was a crow throw.
A crow throw? What's a crow throw?
What is a crow throw, Brash?
Oh, just one of them little dinky ones.
I thought that was a South Australian term for a second, as Khan takes the mark, an uncontested one. He was caught, he caught the Donvale defenders napping, and he can go back and have a shot from almost directly in front, about 40 metres out.
And to say they need a goal here would be an understatement.
Understatement of the millennium. So Noah Khan shooting at least for Whitehorse, first goal of the afternoon. They trail by 44 points at present, halfway through the second term. They desperately need one. Can he reinvigorate the side? Noah Khan shoots, but he's hooked it to the left, minus score. So Whitehorse double their score, 2 behind, trailing Donvale 7-3-45. Let's head boundary side.
And although Noah Khan couldn't put that first goal on the board for Whitehorse Brash, when you're in New York, make sure you book a table at Buddha Khan, one of the best restaurants in the world, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Free plug going internationally here on EFL Game Day.
As Donvale bring the ball back in, that's a great kick. It's a fantastic kick taken. I think it's Rorsa, is it? Who's taken the mark? No, it's not. It's turnaround.
I'll just add that to my spreadsheet, BWS.
Foley it was, as the ball is knocked in field, but it's taken a fall for the Pioneers, but it's really contested stuff in there. And once again, it's bobbling around, but the Pioneers, they do well to get it out of there, actually. But it's going to come straight back off the boot of Foley. He's been very good, Foley. Gets a kick forward. Purcell's there, but he couldn't get a hand. Strakuja. We're going to have to get his pronunciation of his name. I think we've all had a crack at it, probably not terribly successfully, as the Whitehorse Pioneers send it in crossfield.
Oh, BWS will be able to help us out with that one, because his brother plays for Doncaster East. Trakulja, I think it is.
Trakulja.
I thought the J might have been silent. I thought it might have been Tracula, but...
Tracula, that'll do.
That's what I was...
yeah, the H is silent.
Yeah.
There's no H in his name.
The J is silent.
Come on, Brash, you're just pulling letters from nowhere.
Oh, he's already on holiday.
Yeah, the J is silent. Sounds like a H.
He'll fit in with the Americans.
Draculja is the correct pronunciation, guys.
Draculja, thank you, BWS.
See, I wasn't far wrong.
Socrates Brash.
Fits in with the Americans.
It's infinite.
I think it'll be a boundary throw in about 50 metres around from the Donvale goal.
Taking an awful long time to get this one in.
Oh, have a look at the wind. It's just pulling the play up, that's for sure. Dylan won the tap. Forced to ground level, but the Pioneers have the numbers. Just lifted in the last couple of minutes, Whitehorse. Calm flew high, but he was against two Vales. And again, they have the numbers at ground level, the Donvale Football Club. Centering ball, looks towards Liardi. Received the hand pass. Spearing ball was low and prodigious towards centre half forward. Chance bursting through. Coughlin weaves away through a couple of would-be tacklers. Still a chance. He's got the ball on the string. Hand pass over the top to Foley, who certainly has figured prominently in this second term. Looks backwards to go forwards. Mark taken by Angeli, and he can go back, turn around. 55 out with the wind there. It could be within his range.
And that was just well thought through and really patient by Donvale to get that shot on goal. They could have probably blazed away, snapped towards the top of the square, but no, they hairballed, they kicked, they found a target, and now they've got a really good opportunity to kick another goal with Angeli.
Gee, it looked like Coughlin was going to set himself up for goal of the day or play of the day there for a minute.
Well, it was messy play, and it's a messy looking helicopter towards goal, and it's touched through, so a minor score there to Angeli. Donvale move on to 7-6-46. 7-4-46 rather. They lead Whitehorse 2 behind on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
So Thomas Connell with the ball, he'll bring it back in takes it to himself, decides to go down that far side where we've had so many of the balls go out of bounds. Long kick forward, can he hit a target? Beautiful mark taken across there. That was fantastic play by Josh Bush, but it's fallen for the Whitehorse side as they get the ball forward, and it's contested play in the middle of the ground, hacked off the ground there by Withers, but it's fallen for the Pioneers. I'd love a goal here late in this second quarter as the ball is sent across to the far side of the ground, and they may well get it too as they go inside 50, but that's not a great kick. In fact, it's a shot at goal, and it's off target. Another wasted opportunity for the Pioneers. They haven't had a lot, but those that they have had, they've wasted them.
And their coach must be so frustrated. They've got their forwards playing behind, asking for a long ball over the top, when the ball's going to drop short because they're playing against the wind. What are they doing?
Let's head to Barry Cotts at the score centre.
Yes, quickly to Division 2. Lilydale 2-5-17 leading Knox 1-5-11. And Mulgrave trailing Upper Ferntree Gully. Upper Ferntree Gully 4-1-25 to Mulgrave 1-1-7.
Back in the ground, it's Kyle Wignall with the ball. Sends it forward. Can he hit a target? Long ball forward. There's plenty of Whitehorse players over there. Going up was Purcell, I think, but he couldn't get hands to it. Comes out, though, and it's going to come back Foley. And, in fact, it falls for Foley on the left foot. He's been terrific in this quarter. Gets a ball forward, but good play at the back there. For the moment, knocked away by Travaskis. Now, Whitehorse trying to work it up, but it's going to come back, and it's wheeling around that. And that's Murphy, I think. He got the shot towards goal. In fact, it's off target.
Carried, though.
Look at Purcell standing on the goal square as if to say, why didn't you give it to me? He looked a little bit aggrieved, but I think Murphy was probably entitled to have a shot in that situation.
And I don't mean to correct you earlier, but that was Cotsford up here at the half-back line. Purcell has been firmly planted in that goal square for most of the quarter, so I don't think he's going to venture that far up.
Absolutely well spotted, Alana. As the Whitehorse Pioneers work it back in. And it's knocked away towards the boundary. Padbury's got it in his hands for one of the few times today. He's been almost one of the quietest players on the field. Probably, as I say, not a day for him today. But I
think Derek Shaw might have to move him up to centre half forward in this third quarter to try and get him into the game and try and see if they can hit him early to get some goals.
Yeah, really has been wasted, his talent so far today, as the ball is knocked out by Thomas Connell. And it's out of bounds. Running time in this quarter, we've had 23 minutes, so we probably can't have a lot of time to go. Margin currently 44 points. So fair to say the Whitehorse Pioneers have a little bit to do. Probably one of life's great understatements as the umpire throws it in. And coming up there and getting the tap was Haig, knocking it forward. Got hard contest in there. That was Angeli. Good play by him as the ball is knocked forward.
Foley.
And in fact it was Foley, and it's going to go through for a minor score once again.
So they always threaten Alana. Look like they're going to kick a goal with nearly every forward 50 entry.
Yeah, there just isn't enough pressure, and I don't know if it's the actual back line itself, whether the midfield aren't just pushing down hard enough and putting enough pressure on the Donvale players.
That's our boundary side.
Just going to answer Alana's question. The midfielders are not doing enough.
I was trying to be polite, but yes, thank you.
Out in the full.
The diplomatic Matty Fodia down there on the boundary line. The clearing kick for Whitehorse went out on the full. So Donvale again with a scoring shot, essentially on the cusp of half-time.
You mean subtle as a velvet sledgehammer.
And Jelly to the top of the square. Flying high there was Libel. Couldn't take the mark. Forced to ground level. They have a plethora of numbers here at Donvale. Bush was there, but Whitehorse now can clear through McDougall. McDougall takes a bounce at left half back. He's got a couple of runners on the outside. A bit of a fumble there from Farley. He was claimed by a couple of Vales. And
Well, he just ran into a brick wall.
Oh, yes. Did he ever? And it'll be a stoppage western side of Donvale Reserve as the wind picks up a couple of notches.
Yeah, it's about 120 now, I reckon, and it's howling.
Our caravan might topple over if we're unlucky as we see another stoppage on the western side.
It'll be like the Wizard of Oz. Well, like you're blowing home.
We're not in Kansas anymore, that's for sure. Ball up again, outer side of the ground. Forced to ground level. Eventually the Pioneers will work it through. McDougall has been a flying star. In fact, breaking away was Batako, but he was dispossessed. Kicked towards centre half forward for Donvale, but standing tall in front and resolute for the Pioneers was Hockey. Got the hand pass away. Picking the ball up off ground level was Connell. Hand pass was tidy enough, and they can work it through left half back. Taken away by Blythman and Webb. They combine. Forced to ground level. Still a chance trying to break through was Travascus. Probably held on to it too long, and he was taken down holding the ball. Donvale affect the turnover. There are a chance here, 60 out from goal. Hayward sends a probing kick towards centre half forward. Good mark taken there by Wignall out in front in these conditions. A high floating ball, a rainmaker across the ground at left half forward, and a good mark. That was fantastic judgment in the wind to take it, and it is taken by Draculja. Well, they played on here. Chance now for Donvale. In fact, that's the replay screen, so it'll be a Donvale free kick.
I was just wondering where you were going there, Damo.
For those of you listening, there's a replay screen here at the caravan, and there's a time bar which blocks the replay sign on the screen. So
that's your excuse, and you're sticking by it, aren't you,
I'm
Damien?
sticking by it. Draculja. Kick from 45 metres out, 45-degree angle, works it from left to right, but not far enough. Only a minor score. So Donvale 7-7-49 leading Whitehorse 3 behind. Let's cross boundary side.
There's no doubt the Whitehorse are trying to take some risks and to move the ball forward a little bit quicker, a little bit lower. But I tell you what, the pressure from Donvale, Brash, has just been absolutely super from the half-backs to the wingers. They're not letting the ball get anywhere near it.
No, you're right, BWS.
So half-time, the siren is blown, and to the delight of Donvale fans, they look at the scoreboard with great pleasure. They currently lead in this top-of-the-table Division 4 clash very clearly, 7-7-49 over the Whitehorse Pioneers, 3 behind. It's half-time. We'll head back to the score centre after this break with all the important around-the-ground scores on the half-time show. This is